So maybe you've been thinking about making the leap into home ownership, but is 2011 the year to do it? Well, we've asked Calgary Realtor Josh Hamilton to stop by with a sneak peek at the Calgary real estate market for the coming year. Thank you for being here this morning.
Thanks for having me.
So let's talk about 2010. How was the overview? How did the market go in your opinion?
Overall, I think we still had a pretty good year.
Yes.
We started off strong. First quarter of the year was really good, pretty balanced market. We saw prices kind of go up a little bit. And then we hit that kind of spring summer market. Everybody listed their house, and there just wasn't enough buyers, unfortunately. So prices came down a little, and that's kind of where we stand right now.
So what do you foresee for 2011? Do you think it's going to be, who's going to have the upper hand, buyers or sellers?
I think at this point, buyers still have the upper hand. Nice thing with the holidays is that a lot of people have taken their house off of the market.
Oh.
So it's brought down inventory quite a bit.
Okay.
Which really, it's going to provide a bit of motivation for buyers to get out there, and interest rates are on the rise a little bit.
Okay.
So I think buyers, they have a little fire behind them right now, which is good.
Buyers do.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about condos, the downtown condo market. What's your take on that? How do you feel? How do you perceive what's happening there?
Last couple of years, people have been pretty freaked out with condos just because there's been so many new projects coming on the market. Right now, the nice thing is that we've seen a lot of these new projects have been occupied. So there's not as much new product out there for people, which is really helping the resale market. People that bought into those projects, they were worried about losing quite a bit of money, and for the most part, they've maybe made a little bit, or they're pretty flat on their investment, which is good ultimately.
When we talk about investments, how do you feel people's returns on their investment will be if they were to purchase this year?
I think ultimately people have to get the notion out of their head that they're going to be making 10, 20, 30% on a place if they're buying it now and selling it a year or two from now. It's not going to happen anymore in this market, unfortunately. So people have to buy a house for lifestyle, and they have to buy it for a place to live. So real estate typically has been a long-term investment, and I think we need to get back to that.
Okay, now what about the neighborhoods? Now you mentioned, we were talking earlier, you gave me some suggestions. What do you feel are the hottest neighborhoods to be buying in right now?
Avenue Magazine did a big piece on this a little while ago.
Yes.
They quoted Elboya, West Hill, Hearst, Elbow Park, a lot of the inner city neighborhoods, which I agree with, but unfortunately the majority of Calgarians cannot afford to live in those neighborhoods. So what I see with the younger demographic that I'm working with is a lot of people buying, down south, Auburn Bay, Cranston, those kind of areas, or up Tuscany, maybe Royal Oak, Panorama, the newer neighborhoods where you get a lot more bang for your buck. Okay.
Now, bottom line here, do you think that it is wise? Would you recommend that people buy in 2011?
Like I said before, I think as long as you're buying real estate with the mindset that it is a long-term investment, it's a great thing to do. We've got interest rates still below 4%, which is great, should get buyers off the shelf. And basically, we've got a lot of great stuff in our city going on. We have the the energy sector, that's hiring a whole bunch in 2011. We got a new mayor in here that's going to shake things up a bit. So I think ultimately we still live in a great place, and it's a good place to own real estate.
Yes. Now, just to wrap things up here, time of the year. Now, you were just saying that some buyers are taking, or some sellers are taking their homes off the market. When do you think would be the best time to buy?
You know what? It's still a buyer's market right now. So I think really any time in the next little bit is going to be a good time to buy.
Yeah.
There's probably going to be a lot more listings coming on the market in the next little while. So hopefully we can kind of curb that, because that's what essentially hurt us last year.
Fantastic. Thank you for joining us this morning. For more information, go to breakfasttelevision.ca, and we'll have the link to your website so people can get in touch with you to ask you more of those pressing questions. When we come back, we're going to continue the conversation about regifting. To regift or not to regift, we will have your comments. It's 8:18 right now. See you in just a moment right here on Breakfast Television.